see water light. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah, flashing on these high beams, you won't step beside me, even if I'm blinded.
What's going on, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me loud. Put some ones in the chat, some fire or whatever, y'all. Let me know that y'all can hear me clear. We ain't gonna be here long. I just want to make sure that I get some of this, some of my thoughts out from watching live. And Cowboys Can Fam and Law Nation did an excellent job. They did an excellent job with the footage of camp and stuff like that, as far as being able to see these guys in the padded practice. Yeah. Brandino said the hat slick, man. Yeah. I gotta hit y'all with the Charleston White. Yeah. yeah. So, it's actually funny. Like, my daughter had a cheer event and it was boots to the ground. If anybody, all the black people is on this boots to the ground kick because of the Beyonce concerts and all this type of stuff. But I kind of like how this thing look a little bit. And, my dog Ferg got paid, and in Dallas, all you got to do, throw one of these things on, and we all know what happens, man. So first and foremost, we are going to address that. I did a short talking about it. Jake Ferguson to lead the day, got his chips with dip, got paid 4 years, $52 million. Yes, he got paid before Micah, got paid before Tyler Smith, got paid before George Pickens. But you know how it goes, man. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know how the politics play in Dallas. Most of us didn't even know that he was up for a deal, but hey, it is what it is, man. Clemente said Jay Toia. Yeah, y'all already know, man. I like the big fella. I actually think that I saw Damone make a big hit today too. But y'all know me. I'm really, really focused on this run game. I'm really focused on what we're doing in the backfield. Really focused on some of the things that we can execute up front. And I thought from the little bit that I watched, I like that we were able to run the ball a little bit. I saw Javonte. So when they said this, I'm being impatient. I was being impatient because they always say, like, Javonte Williams isn't the guy that's going to look good in the t-shirt and shorts, but you put them pads on, it's a little different. I thought he looked kind of good the couple of runs that I saw today. Somebody said this, Darnell Lamar. Let me put this up here. If it's a good comment, it's gonna go up there. And what I'm saying, super chat, you guys already know. Super chats definitely get the summer jam screen. Miles is running away with this. I saw some really good things from Miles, especially in the pass game. I just think that where Miles, I think, is better than everybody right now is, I think that his composure at the position is what has him in the front to me. Mr. Kima said Blue is showing that world-class speed. Blue looked good from the clips that I saw today. I saw him make a couple good runs. I saw him catch the ball in the backfield, and I saw him flash today. I like what I saw from Blue, and hopefully he can continue to get better, because I definitely see where the vision is with him, as long as he can stay healthy and as long as one of the veterans can kind of take over. Slam Williams, I saw him making some plays. And I think that on Cowboys Can Fam, I don't know who came up with the nickname, but D-Easy, Donovan Ezraku, I think that that's going to go down as the best pick in this draft for us, right? He gets the tip of the hat, man. Donovan Ezraku, that was a hell of a draft pick. He's hitting the ground running right now, man. He really is. He's hitting the ground running, and a lot of teams are going to be upset that they passed on him. He has a tool bag. It's almost like he has an understanding of the position right now, and he's a rook. Our edges are going to be really, really strong this year. I really saw the offense and the defense really getting after it. It's what I like. And that's what you see when you have good teams. But people that have been around good teams, sometimes, you're gonna have some good plays on both sides, and you're just gonna have really good football. Saw some high quality football is what I saw today. And you guys know, man, if it stinks, something stinks to high heaven, I'm gonna let you know. And I'm gonna tell you why I think it's high quality football. And I can't keep saying this enough. People can't keep saying this enough. The reason that we're getting high quality football, guys, and there's no real drop off is because Joe Milton was brought in here. Joe Milton is playing some damn ball right now. I've been talking to my guy Foots the King. Hopefully we can get on and we can do some work together. But we're both really high on Joe Milton. And if I'm being 100 with y'all right now, and I'm not, look, I already know there's no quarterback controversy, but if there was a competition, it'd be damn near dead even, or Joe Milton's athleticism and his ability to throw would have him ahead. Joe Milton right now is playing some really good football. I saw him thread the needle on the pass today to Flournoy, and that would have been a really big play. Joe Milton is allowing these second team receivers to actually get quality work. And why is that important? It's important because if you looked at years past when things were sewed up and they didn't have a quarterback really in here, you knew that there was a really big drop off when Cooper Rush or Will Greer and them got in here, and guys weren't getting to work. It just looks like there is just continual high quality of work throughout throughout all of practice. I'm to the point now where, okay, I saw Dak was in there, but it didn't bother me that 10 was in there because I knew that we were going to get a good quality play, and I knew that the defense was going to get a good look, and I knew that offensive players were going to have their opportunity to make plays. You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep it 100, guys. We're playing high quality football right now because Joe Milton's here. And on top of that, it's keeping Dak's ability up here. Not to say that Dak wasn't up there, but I know that Dak sees that this young boy is making some plays out there with that arm. You know what I'm saying? Clemente said that 73 and 52 are the new Bash brothers. Yeah, I saw Tyler Booker yesterday on a pass set. Man, my girl Aisha likes to say drop that ass, son. Pause for me, but you know what I'm saying? Like he definitely anchored down and it looked real good. I saw today there was a deep pass that Dak and CD missed. That there was a deep ball or whatnot. And on Law's stream, I couldn't really see what happened at the end of the play and why it was incomplete. But that pocket was so clean. I think that now we're starting to see pockets get a lot more clean now that this line is starting to get that continuity. And also, we're starting to see some push in the run game. But don't think that the defense is punks because they're not. For just as many good offensive plays, there were just as many good defensive plays. And that's really all you ask for as a fan. You're really just asking for your team to really get after it. And that's kind of what we saw today. There was a couple times where you saw some bodies on the ground, but for the most part, man, it was clean football. Clean football. And that's all you can really ask for. That's really all you can really ask for, man. I was pleasantly surprised by the level of football that I saw in our first padded practice today from what I saw. And, this is just my opinion from the angle that I saw. Maybe there are different angles out there. Maybe there's some flags and stuff that I didn't see from the officiating crew and stuff out there. But from what I saw, I didn't see any flags. I saw two units getting after it. Man. Um, let's see. Clemente says, "See, I don't like how messy Jesse talks crap on Joe Milton. See, I consider Milton a draft pick, and if we could talk about a seventh rounder, we can speak on Bazooka Joe." Um, I don't know what Jesse says about Joe Milton, to be honest with you. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't care. I don't care about Messi and crap and this and that. Um, but every time that I see him out there, he's making plays, or I see him learning from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, when every time when I'm looking, I'm telling you guys, man, they're like Jonathan Mingo's allowed to make plays like that. That's really what you got to really base it on. It just looks like we're running. It looks like it doesn't look too much different from the ones and the twos. And so when that happens, the level of quarterback play is probably really good. Looks like his command of things is different. And there are certain things that he can do that Dak can't do, and there are certain things that Dak can do that he can't do. I'm just going to tell you, Joe Milton's arm angles, or his ability to kind of whip it out there even when he's late with a read. That's something that Foots said to me, and I agree with. That's something that Dak really can't do. I actually saw Joe Milton really set up a screen where he changed his arm angle, and that's something that we got to get better at with Dak. We got to get better at those type of things with Dak. Dak might can throw a swing, but setting up the screen and stuff, we got to get a little bit better at that. But where Joe Milton is lacking in maybe the command area, I think Dak has obviously the command of a veteran who's been running the team for a while. I mean, we're talking about all pro level of command at the quarterback position that Joe Milton can learn from. Now, what I will tell you is with his talent, if he's able to get 75% of what Dak has as far as that ability to command the offense and command men, Joe Milton is going to be he's going to be a really good quarterback. And yeah, I mean, Jason Barnes said, bro, you are speaking facts. Even Michael Irvin said Joe Milton is coming and is a dog. We needed a dog behind Dak learning. Yeah, man. I'm trying to keep it 100. Beat by Money said Clark looked good today. Yeah, man. I saw him lay somebody out. I don't know if it was Jadon Blue. I don't know if it was Javonte Williams. I think it was Javonte Williams. Man, he met one of them at the line of scrimmage, and the whole pile fell backwards. I was like, goodness gracious. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I like how it just looks like guys are getting after it. Like I said, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but from a football standpoint, you guys know that I love talking football and I don't really like the drama stuff. And the one thing that I can tell you is I can tell you about team dynamic, right? Because I mean, team dynamic and drama aren't to be confused. Like the type of drama that people think of, like the headline type of stuff. Like by team dynamic, I mean like you could tell that the team is really rocking with a certain situation behind closed doors because that's what really matters. It really matters how the team functions and how they execute. So team like that part, the team dynamic, I'll focus on that when something seems out of whack. Like I was one of the first people to tell y'all last year. I don't know if you remember. If you don't remember, the video did like 52,000 views, but I was one of the first to tell y'all that D-Law and Micah don't really rock with each other. And I could tell by their sideline altercation, I knew that that's what that was, and it was they was drawing the line in the sand, and Micah was trying to be the alpha, and D-Law thought he was the alpha, and we saw who really won that dynamic aspect. And a lot of guys are appreciative of the fact that D-Law is gone. Like that wasn't drama, that was team dynamic. You know what I'm saying? So certain things like that I'll talk on. And I do think that like for example, the contract situation with Diggs getting pummeled by the media and by the Joneses and the team having his back, I can tell you that Diggs being there, the team doesn't have a problem with Diggs. Some of you fans have a problem with Diggs because you've been manipulated to think that you should have a problem with Diggs. And my thing is, if the team don't got a problem with him, if they got his back, we should have his back the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's why I focus more on team dynamic than the actual drama. You got to look at stuff like that, But yeah, Jason Barnes said this is different. I agree. I kind of agree, right? I kind of agree to a certain extent because Jason said, I like competition we have at all levels. I want to say that, but then I have to think about something like this, right? And again, we're talking about team dynamic, and I'll bring it full circle. The other day, Jerry said something along the lines of maybe, and I'm paraphrasing, kind of the regret of signing Trayvon and still early, right? We talk about that in regards to signing Micah's deal, and that's why you're dragging your feet. But then you sign Ferg early. Ferg, who really, if we're being frank, compared to Tyler Smith and Micah, hasn't done jack. He's in a situation where he needs to prove it, or he should have been proving it. He's in that position that you are trying to put Micah in right now. Ferg is the definition of that right now. And you reward him with a 4-year, $52 million deal. Now, the money itself, if you believe Ferg is going to be that type of player, the money is going to be straight. But it's more so the dynamic aspect of it where you dog two of your players who you've already paid, and then you go ahead and you sign somebody else who's not proven, like the two guys you should be signing, and you sign him to an extension. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to believe in this competition stuff, but you go ahead and you save Ferg, right? Because I'm going to say save Ferg because Brevin Spanford is out there making some plays. Brevin Spanford made a play yesterday where he jumped over about 2 or 3 people. And it was the type of plays that we want Ferg to be making. But by signing that extension, you hold off that competition. You hold off that competition for a while. And I'm just like, how are we preaching competition where you say one thing? It's like, mean what you say, bro. Like, don't pick and choose. Just because Ferg been quiet, he threw one of these on. You know what I'm saying? He running around here with the little basketball player, and it's good for the brand. Like, bro, let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm like, competition. We picking and choosing, and as long as we keep picking and choosing, we might end up with the same results, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try and preach, Elijah. I'm gonna try and preach. You know, Ice Cold said Jerry Jones definitely implied his regret on signing Diggs. Yeah, man. I mean, Darnell Lamar said, I've said this on HTM's Live. Who's on the roster can be tight end one and bump him. That's why his deal got done. We don't know that, bro. We don't know that. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Because a lot of, like, the people that really know that Brevin Spanford is really on his ass. Pause. People know. It's really that Schoon sucks right now. Schoon dropped the ball today. That's really the issue. Is that Schoon is why the deal got done. Because they missed on that. They absolutely whiffed on Schoon. They absolutely whiffed. That's why the deal got done. So the only thing that I say is, you still didn't make him prove it. If he had proved it, then you signed him. That's different. Then that's different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could have got him cheaper, but you don't make your top dogs wait for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make your top dogs wait, because even though you can do deals simultaneously, right? And it doesn't mean that signing Ferg keeps you from signing Micah, keeps you from signing Tyler Smith. I'm just telling you how the rest of the league does it. Teams that win anyway, they get their top dogs done first, and then they let the Fergs and stuff like that fall after. You don't sign those guys first. That's where we've been making our mistake over the past couple of years. That's where we've been making the mistake. And so if we feel like there's nobody that can push Ferg at that tight end position, why we ain't draft one? Why we ain't bring one in free agency then? You know what I mean? Like, why didn't we? Maybe they felt like this is their guy. And all right, cool. I like Ferg a lot, guys. I do. You know what I'm saying? I did a video on Ferg. I was really ecstatic. And I do think that he has some tools that can be tight end one type stuff. I do think that. But hey, all them tight ends need to start blocking better. That's one thing I am going to say. And I think Vach is going to start paying attention to more of the tight end in their blocking as far as the O-line scheming goes. Because we can't run the ball without them blocking. If they're blocking like crap like they were last year, then we ain't going to be able to run the ball. We ain't going to be able to run the ball. All right? Y'all also, hey, man, let me know in the chat, man. Do y'all like this hat? I kind of like this look on me, man. I kind of like it. Y'all let me know if y'all like it too. If y'all don't like it, then I'll scrap it. But I kind of like it, though. I kind of feel like me talking ball, it looks better with this damn hat on. Oh, man. Sure. Oh, I ain't even going to read the name. Somebody said Dak got benched today. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man. But, yeah. So, what I want to tell my guy Darnell Lamar, who is a great supporter, you know, I really respect you a lot. Respect you for all of the comments and stuff. And then I see you on other people's chats and stuff like that. The thing about Ferg is this deal is 100% on potential and not anything that he's done. And that's what scares me a little bit about that. You know, if you're going to give Diggs hell, if you're going to give Terrence Steele hell, if you're going to give some of these people who get paid, if you gave Zeke hell after he got paid, you gave Jalen Smith hell, then if Ferg ain't playing well, y'all need to follow suit and they need to be the same damn energy. And that's all I got to say about that. Word to Stone Cold. That's all I got to say about that. It needs to be the same energy. If Ferg's stinking it up again, y'all need to be like, pay them all that money. Because I know I know as a fan base, we have, that's something that we do. We talk about pay them all that damn money. We be pocket watching. I just want to make sure that the energy is the same. That's all. You know, my guy Boss Cowboy did a live earlier. And he brought something up about how the front office, when they sign these guys, they give red meat to the racists, right? And for those that haven't checked that live, I'll go check it out because I just want to kind of give my reaction to that. And I do agree with that. You know, I did a short on Trayvon Diggs. I did a short the other day about, you know, him and the Cowboys fighting about his training and stuff like that and all this type of stuff and how they took the $500K. And the amount of negative comments that I saw on that video, it was stomach turning. I looked at it and I said to myself, why would anybody who wasn't drafted, why would you want to play here for this negative fan base like this? Like, and here's the crazy thing. Trey is here right now. And it's still that short. I think it did about 15K. That short is still getting negative comments about Trey. Negative. Like, and I say this, right? And as I see that the viewership is going down because I'm speaking the truth right now, because maybe this red meat that I'm giving ain't for you. But all I'm gonna say is we need to be better to our players, man. We need to be better. We need to be better towards them. You know what I mean? Because it ain't all on them. Now, don't get me wrong, don't be soft on them. Do not be soft on them. If they're not executing, they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do, you're supposed to let them know. You're supposed to do that. But I also feel like you should keep the same energy. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. Keep the same energy. I gave Zach Martin the same grace that I'm giving Trayvon Diggs. I gave Zach Martin grace when he fell off a cliff. Unlike some of the fan base where it's the red meat to the races, you know, y'all didn't give that same grace to Zeke. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is let's keep that energy the same, right? Ferg got paid, so if I'm going to be a hater for Diggs, I'm going to be a hater for everything Ferg do or don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. All I'm asking for is the same energy. And I also want you guys to know this too. I want you to think about your kids. As a fan, we got 85 people in here. Hopefully I got 85 people that like this. And if you haven't liked it, please hit the like button, right? All I ask is for you to look at your kids. If they're a boy, especially if they're a boy, and if they're any bit of talent, if they have any bit of like talent, right? I want you to look at your kid, and then I want you to think about this situation. If your kid was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, would you appreciate the fan that you are to your kid? Would you want, like, just be the fan? Yeah, just be the type of fan that you want your kid to deal with. That don't mean be soft, and it don't mean that if they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do, that you don't call them out on it. Don't mean that. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Some of the hateful stuff that we do, some of the not allowing people to really progress the way that they should. I want you to think about that when you leave here. Are my comments, would I say that to my own kid if they were playing for this team? Because that's somebody else's kid out there. This is somebody else's brother. This is somebody else's uncle. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody else's uncle, nephew, something out there. I'm pretty sure. I'm tough on my kids. And I know when they're supposed to be doing something that I know when they're supposed to execute a certain way that they're supposed to. I'm tough on the kids that I coach. Like I'm by tough, I mean firm. I'm firm. So if you're not doing the things you're supposed to, you can't get mad at what some of the things are said. But some of this stuff out of left field is crazy. And I just want you guys to think about that. If you saw that comment on your son's video, or a video about your son or something like that, how would you respond? And if it's not favorable, then don't do it. Then don't do it. You know what I mean? Ice Cold Cowboy. Good comment. I like Ferguson, but did he deserve an extension after last year's production or lack of? No. And that's why I think this was a petty signing. Because this is why I think, because I don't think that Ferg was a necessity. Micah is a necessity, and Tyler Smith, they are necessities. Ferg is an accessory, not necessity. He's an accessory. We got to know the difference. We always going to sign these damn accessories early, but then we wait till the last minute and we drag our necessities through absolute hell. We drive them through absolute hell. And for what? For clicks? Or, I mean, here's the thing. If you want to get clicks, then put the best team that you could possibly put together and win some damn games that matter. That's how you get the clicks that you want. You know what I'm saying? Not these manufactured clicks and stuff out here that this front office wants, because it's easy for them. When we get these easy stories and these easy layups and all that type of stuff, it don't make them have to work. That's easy money. It's easy money. You know what I'm saying? And then Stephen Jones got the nerve to say something along the lines of, well, in order for Micah to get paid, he's got to want to get paid. Let me see if I can pull that up. I don't know. I don't even be wanting to pull up Twitter, man. Twitter's crazy. It's the Wild Wild West. It's the Wild Wild West. But yeah, hold on. Let me see. Because I put it. All right. Let me see if I can share. Let's see, share screen. See if I can share it. That's what it is. You know? That's what it is. We want to pay Micah too, but he has to want to get paid. Hold on. I don't want to share. All right, there it is right there. There it is right there. We want to pay Micah too, he has to want to get paid. This is under Nick Harris. The hell are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? My boy CFT in the building. Hey, bro, you going live after this? Let me know if you're going live. I'm going to definitely tune in, bro. Yeah, y'all definitely hit that like button. What are we talking about, bro? I wish I had that Nick Young pool. No, not Nick Young. Sorry. It was Russell Westbrook. What, bro? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Tripping. We want to pay Micah too. He has to want to be paid. Steven, pick up the damn phone, bro. Pick up the damn phone and talk to the agent. Cool sunglasses, though. Cool sunglasses. Like the sunglasses. What does this sound like, bro? We want to pay you, but you got to want to be paid. That sounds dumb. But you'll have a lot of fans that go out there and run with this. Yeah, Micah agent Micah done made it clear. Micah's made a couple things clear. He's made it clear that they would have got a deal done last year. See, Jerry made it known that he ain't know the agent's name, quote unquote. Micah didn't diffuse all y'all dumbass narratives out there. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't like when, see, y'all like people y'all can control, like Ferg. You know what I'm saying? You tell Ferg, throw on the cowboy hat, and you do it like this, and you stay quiet, and you hang around Dak, and you do this, and boom, you get paid real easy. But the real people that have a little bit of leverage, right? We don't want to deal with them. Nah, we want them to kind of fall off a cliff. We want something to happen so that we can feel good about it, so we can feel like we got over on them. What kind of dumb shit is this? We want to pay him too, but he has to want to be paid. What is that, bro? What does that even mean? I want Steven to go look at himself in the mirror and say that dumb shit. Go say that. 1877. Pay Parsons now. 1877. Pay Micah now. Bro, what is this? I'm keeping it up here. And hopefully there's somebody out on the media that can ask him what he meant by this dumbass shit right here. I tried not to curse, but this is crazy. You got to want to be paid. Well, then pick up the phone, goofy motherfucker. Damn. Pick up the phone. I ain't even want to say. Damn, that might get clipped. Pick up the phone then. Call me. Let's talk business. Damn. Pick up the phone. Talk to my agent. Let's talk. Let's get a deal done. You got to want to get paid too. Come on, dog. What? Pick up the phone. This is exactly why I'll probably never make it mainstream with the Cowboys. This is exactly why. Because I'm too much of a wild card and they can't control me. I'm going to tell you if it stinks. I'm going to tell you when I like something. I'm also going to tell you when you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's how people should roll. That's how people should roll, bro. There's too many people out here kissing ass, bro. And that's why nothing gets done. You need somebody to tell you when you acting dumb. This is stupid. This is dumb. Damn. That's it right there, Angie. That's it right there. He may get paid whatever they want to pay him. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. Let him have a Pro Bowl year like the one before that. You talking about a Pro Bowl year opposed to all pro years. How many all pros Micah got? Do Ferg got an All-Pro? Tyler Smith got one. We talking about Pro Bowls. Y'all, our goofy fan base votes these people in. We vote the Pro Bowl. We vote the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl because of us. I'm not saying that Ferg shouldn't have gotten a contract. I'm talking about team optics here. Talk about team optics. I hope he has a Pro Bowl year. Cool. Micah is a walking All-Pro here. We talking about a walking All-Pro opposed to a damn Pro Bowler. I don't give a damn about that. Sign my dude. Sign our best player, bro. Call it what it is. Micah's our best player. He's been our best player. Keystone with the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. Training camp got an extension before Mike. F out of here, Steven. Yep. I'm just saying, bro. Like, again, wasn't a necessity. If I'm being 100, which I already am, throw hundreds in the chat for me, y'all, if y'all like what I'm about to say. Schoon and Brevin Span 4 was playing better than Ferg last year. And that was before the injury. Y'all ain't going to act like y'all ain't see Ferg not able to get off that damn line. But I do know that the tight end play, they started getting a little better. And then we talked about the injury. And then here's another thing. Oh, wait. Here's another thing, right? We talked about injuries and we talked about people missing and not playing. But then you go sign Ferg. What? Wasn't Ferg ass hurt last year and y'all just signed him to an extension? Man, bro, don't put me in the room with these folks. I will call them out on their BS. That's crazy. I will call them out on their BS. So, didn't Micah miss how many games last year? Wasn't Ferg hobbling on one damn leg and the other tight ends out playing him and y'all gave him his money? Man, if you don't get the hell out of here with that, bro. Angie, thank you for the $5 super chat. DMV, you're getting an extension before Micah only because you look like overshown with that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm about to get an extension. I threw the hat on and you know, we take things one day at a time. We got 1% better. Like I'm just gonna say all of the catchphrases that everybody likes so they can call me a leader. And you know what I'm saying? Like I you know, there's no time, like I'm gonna meet the timetable for my injury and all that type of stuff. And like I'm not mocking Overshown, but I'm just talking about how generally everything works with this organization. How, you know, they're gonna meet that timetable whether the person ready or not. Don't think I ain't see Revel out there limping. Don't think I ain't see him out there limping and he ain't ready to go, but they gonna make sure he is because they gotta be right about Trey. Because they gotta be right about Trey. You think I don't see that? Don't think I don't see it. But we got to sit here. Bro, you wondering why people run in circles around? Are y'all wondering why Washington made it to the NFC Championship game last year off of a one-year rebuild? It's because they got people that's competent in place, and we got to deal with, we want to pay Micah too. He has to want to be paid. I got to hear the quote, bro. It had to have been taken out of context. But I don't think Nick Harris is this type of dude. Nick Harris is not this type of dude. Nick Harris is an upstanding Cowboys staff writer. Like, I'm not sure exactly what his position is. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. But I think the important thing is that I think really highly of Nick Harris and the work that he does. I appreciate the work that he does. You know, Nick Harris is really, really like one of the good ones in that building. And I don't think that he will put this out there for clicks. I don't. Sorry, but I don't think that. I think that there was a message with this. There was a message with this. Not one that I like. But what I will say is, this is one thing I will tell y'all. Hold on, before I get to that point. They need to be held accountable. Yeah, that's why I gotta say what I gotta say. I will say this though. I can't wait till Micah get back because the defense is looking good right now. Defense looking good right now, even without him. Wait till he come back. It might even be a dominant one this year. Y'all heard it here. $20 super chat. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, my dude. Fire content, bro. Just showing support, brother. Keep killing it. Thank you. Thank you. Tip of the cap, my guy. Tip of the cap. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I'm gonna keep that up there for a while. Keep that up there for a while. Because that 20 looks good right there. For sure. For sure. Rick Clegg. Oh, this gotta be Rick Clegg gotta be one of the he definitely gotta work for the team. Definitely gotta work for the team. You in the meetings and know how much Micah's agent was trying to extort. Come on, dog. They said they ain't even talk to his agent. What are you talking about? They ain't even talk to his folks. Come on. So I know people don't be paying attention. It's all good. Their folks haven't even really started. Even if he was demanding 45 mil, so what? Pay him. So what? Pay him. Because the next person gonna get 50. The problem is that when you keep waiting, people keep getting bigger deals, and that keeps driving up the market. That's what keeps happening. I look, I wasn't in that. Look, I'm not in negotiations and I'm not in that building, but I know that's how it works because I do it for a living. That's what I do for a living. I negotiate, sir. I negotiate contracts. That's all I can really tell you. But that's what I do for a living. So the market is the market. And when the top two defensive players, Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, who are on their third contracts, drove up the market, that only makes it worse for a guy who's at their level, who's younger than them. I mean, that's just common sense. That's common sense, guys. Lose take in the building. Hey, was you in here when I called Steven a goofy MFer? He's goofy for this. This is goofy, bro. This is goofy. Goofy, guys. This is goofy. Goofy behavior. But yeah, man, I just want to get on here. I wanted to talk about camp today and what I saw. The things that I really like. There wasn't much that I didn't like. Today. Hopefully we can keep stacking on good days. Hopefully we can keep playing high quality football and it look like it's high quality football. And then, but I think the most important test really is when we get out there against somebody else, because those that know, like I know, I can tell you this as a player, like in practice, it's much different than when the lights is on, because you might know your guys better, but when you're playing against somebody else, then you might not feel as confident. You might know every nook and cranny about your teammate, but you might not know what that speed looks like on the other side, or you might not know the tendencies. It might take you a little bit longer to figure it out, and you might play a little bit more anxious when you play somebody else. So, we can play good in practice, and we've been talking about that for quite some time. It can look good in practice, but when them lights get on, let's see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they talking about. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please hit that like button if you haven't hit it. I appreciate all of the super chats. Keystone, Angie, Jason, thank y'all so much, man. I know Roma's gonna go live later. There's probably some other people that's gonna go live later. Shriveled Sack said, "Pay Aubrey." I said your name that time because, hey, that's my dog. We talk about somebody proven. I wouldn't have even been mad at that because that's a necessity. But appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We out. Peace.